and welcome to another exciting episode on Conversations with Jumie. It's always an honor to be here with you, and I'm so happy that you're always there watching and following what our conversations are like on a weekly basis. So, this week we're talking about love. Yes. Now, love is the bomb. It's a great feeling to be in love and to know that your love is being reciprocated. But have you ever asked yourself if the person you are with now is your significant other? Have you ever asked yourself if you're really in the right relationship? Have you ever asked yourself the real reason why you are in love with this person? So, as usual, I have my two amazing guests who will be joining me in this studio to talk about what love is. Are they acts to love? What love entails? Everything about love, how to sustain your relationship, how to make things work, what to do when you start seeing the red flags, how to make your relationship work in general. But I don't want to talk too much. I'm just gonna be here asking the questions, where they give me the answers, while you get educated and entertained and informed. Yes. So let us go on this quick breather, and then when I come back, you meet my guest. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to the show, Conversations with Jumie. So I told him before I went on that breather that I have my two beautiful guests. Yeah, you can actually be beautiful for a man now, Abi. So I have Miss Bianca Ugona. Ugowani. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I have Mr. Amos Onugu. I don't know if I got that.
You got that perfect.
Yeah. So I want to ask, what's the meaning of Ugon? Sorry.
Did I get that?
It's okay. Ugowani. Okay, so Ugowani means, according to my dad, Ugowani means okay, now. One on the spot.
Okay, let's begin. Ugo. Let's not Ugo first.
Ugo pride.
Okay.
Brothers, like my brother's pride. Yeah. That's
Brother's pride.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
my kinsman's pride, my family pride, my brother's pride.
Oh, nice.
Relations pride.
Nice. Thank you for coming to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you also for coming to the show.
You're welcome.
Yeah, even though I've been on your throat for the past 1 month and you've been, but at last you're here. So I told you guys we're talking about relationship, love, finding the right partner, what relationship entails, how to keep it going, love. Love is an ambiguous word, so we're going to dissect into what it really entails. What is love truly? Because there have been different definitions of love. So I'm going to ask you first, what does love mean to you? Let me start from ladies first. Yeah, you.
Start from here.
So no ladies first now, right?
Yeah, no ladies first.
Okay, all right. Let me start with you.
Okay, I would say love is a very deep commitment to a thing or to a person. Love goes so deep in trying to nurture communication, relationship, and working hard to make sure that you make a commitment of it, not just a spoken word or not just empty time spent together, but committed to each other.
Okay.
So love can be for a person or for a thing.
That's like dictionary definition. You don't want dictionary definition.
So what definition do you want?
Okay.
Love. Wow. The 4-letter word.
Mm-hmm.
Love could mean, to me, I don't know, to any other person, love is that deep, unexplainable feeling that just strikes a part of you and makes you more committed to something or someone. I see love is like I said, a deep feeling. That chord that's been struck in your heart.
Okay.
That just makes you feel type of way, a certain unexplainable type of way towards someone or something. I think that's what love is.
Okay, so talking about finding the right partner, how important do you think it is finding the right person, and what does it really mean to find the right partner to you personally?
Well, it is important to find the right partner, but then the thing is, how would you even know if the person you found in your assume is the right partner is actually the right partner? Do you get it? You probably found someone whom you think ticks all your boxes rather, dots your I's and crosses your T's, and just suddenly you start to get it all wrong, and you're wondering, were you really the right person in the first place? You know, so it is important actually to find the right person. And if you asked me this question 4 years back or 5 years back, I probably would say the right partner would be a tall, dark, you know,
Is it
chocolate looking.
is that not part of it?
Handsome. When it is part of it, it is part of it. But then, right now, I'll just say the right person for me should be someone who's really God fearing, who loves his mom. That's very important to me. I don't know why. Who loves his mom, who's God fearing, and somebody who understands me, and whom I can understand, who's transparent enough to make me understand him, and somebody who's ready to ride with me on my journey, who will be able to partner together, somebody whom I can understand, whom I can communicate with, somebody whom I can see through, somebody who's God fearing and who loves his mom.
You keep saying that.
Yes, it's really important.
Why is
to
that
me.
important?
You see, when you love God,
I'm talking about the mother aspect.
Oh, the mother.
Yes.
The first woman you would ever get to know is your mother. So how you treat that woman, irrespective of how she's treated you. I know some mothers can be, almost some mothers are loving, but then there are some who are extra. A man who loves his mom,
Mother.
yeah, it's a big deal for me. You have to love your mom, regardless of how she is. Mothers are loving. Some are extra, but most mothers are
African
sweet.
mothers are extra.
African mothers are extra, yes, and you know, sometimes they're a bit much. You're like, I can't even handle this woman. But then she's your mom. She's the first woman you got to know. So how you treat her, how you love her, how you respect her, how you talk to her, how you communicate with her tells often how you treat me. Because you've lived with her till a certain age. You're going to live with me forever. How are you going to treat me? How would you love me when I become extra? Because I'm also a woman, an African woman. So I just might evolve and be like your mother someday. So how are you going to love me? How would you treat me? What will I do? And you would say, okay, how would I? Probably your mom scolds you for something you've done wrong. You came back late. I'm your wife. I still will scold you if you come back late. So how would you treat me? Would you walk out at me? Would you slap me? Would you say, oh darling, come, let me explain to you, just the way you treat your mother? You know, so it means a lot to me when a man loves his mother. That's when he can respect you, because he's respected a woman before. You know, before, if not just you, every other woman he comes across in his life.
That's right.
How you treat your mom tells of how you treat every other woman. So please, if you're a man, you have to love your mother. I have to see, you don't have to tell me I love my mom. I would say it. You know, that's when I can say, okay.
Okay, so
It's very important.
directing my next question to you now. In relating to your past relationships, what were those signs, traits that you were looking out for in a lady? And when you eventually got into that relationship, were you disappointed, you know, of maybe a change in character, or how were you able to manage it?
Okay, what was I looking for?
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't help it. Talk about mother. It works in both ways. Like the way a lady would reflect her love and her respect for my mother would tell me a lot about if I would like to have anything to do with her or not. It worked both ways also. Okay, back to looking at okay, I was attracted to a girl once. She looked very good and all that. But when I got close to her, I discovered that she was dissing everybody in her family, dissing her friends, and I didn't like that. You know, and I discovered...
What was the reason for that?
Yeah, she just had a problem with how they talk, a problem with how they acted, and she never saw anything good about them. And then these people were loving.
Much baggage.
Yes.
Yeah, but did you try to find out if she had a point?
Oh, well, that's the point. I never knew any other thing. only everything she said about them was wrong. So then I asked her why. It's because they, you see, they annoy her. So she's irritated by their actions and by their behaviors. I've spent 30 minutes with you and you haven't told me one nice thing they did. And they're the same people. I met them and I discovered that they were so kind. So I was like,
That's part of the red flags that you need to.
and then love is not just about what you look like on the outside. Okay, what if the guy has a plastic surgery done and he looks like somebody else? The person you're loving is not just the person that is covered up by flesh. The real person, because let me just give a scenario. If two people falls down and they say they died, one is a doctor, one is a lawyer, you don't come to say, we saw a doctor corpse and a lawyer corpse. No. So we saw two. So what made them a liar is who they are, the personality. So actually what attracts us to people is the containers. But who we actually partner with in terms of loving them regardless of, some things you put above several other things. But 70% of this, if this guy has it, I'm down. And then you find that mostly in their personality. So when you talk about love, you begin to drive in beyond what is on the outside.
Okay, now, so we're chatting earlier and we're talking about when you're in a relationship with someone and some of the things that you were anticipating, you don't get to see them anymore. So how do you manage that? And do you think love is primarily tied to materialistic features? Or do you think which one should be more? I know that people usually say, okay, the soul, you should like the person's character. But do you think the material things also aid the love to grow?
Okay, permit me to use this line by David when he said, love is sweet, and when it enter, love is sweet. Let's be honest, we're humans. We have blood flowing through our veins.
Yes, so money
that
is
very
important.
well.
Money is very important. But then it shouldn't be the primary, the primary factor in a relationship. No, it shouldn't. But then it's really important. I would say this. I'm a lady. I love to look good. I work for my money. But then I don't mind additional money. So if you're coming into the relationship and you don't have enough money for both of us, it might be okay if I'm working for my money. But please do not cross over and start spending some of mine. That's where we have problems.
Oh, really?
Yes. Do not cross over and start taking.
That's plain blank. I like that.
That's why we have problems, okay? Because I'm a lady. If I have to work for my money, what's stopping you from working for your money? So I'm not a materialistic person. I love good life. I love good things, but I don't get carried away by them. That's not the reason I can love you. No, I wouldn't love you because you don't get. I wouldn't stop to love you because you don't get me Louboutin shoes.
So you would still be in a relationship.
I would still
where
be in a
the money
relationship.
The money
Yes,
is no longer
but
coming
then
as
that's
it used
when-
to be.
Yeah,
Are you sure that the love will not dwindle? Because
It won't. But then that's why you see, love is actually complicated. Love is not all rosy. Love is not just the good morning kisses and breakfast in bed and then vacations and hairs and it's about the good things. There's always a bad side. There's always a downtime. That's when the hard work comes in. Love takes a whole lot of hard work. Love is hard. It is hard to love. It's not easy. People think it's not just to love him. It is not just to love him. You have to work hard. You have to work hard at even keeping yourself to still be in love with that person. If I choose you, I have to keep trying to choose you. Regardless of how
can you
That's
keep
deep.
yourself to still be in love with somebody?
Yeah, you said something. Say if I choose you, I have to keep working on myself to keep choosing you. So it's like you keep choosing this guy
you keep choosing him above every other.
continuously in the middle of it all.
Tomorrow you might be like you said, you might look really attractive today. I fell in love with your person, with your physical. You have to fall in love with the physical before even getting to know your character. I don't walk around an X-ray, so I don't even know what is inside. I don't know how you behave. I might meet you in a church and you're being all nice and holy. I might meet you in a club and you're dancing because I love the way you dance. You're dancing like Michael Jackson, and I fall in love with that. That's not. I'm falling in love with the physical. Probably something that attracted me at the first sight. Good. I like that. I'm not even in love with that. I like that. then I get to know who you are. And then you probably as a lady, I probably like the way you dress, I like the way you look, I like the way you talk, I like the way you handle matters, I like the way you call my name, I like the way you work so hard. You know, I like everything about you. Every other thing I like it about you. But then tomorrow you had an accident, God forbid, and your legs are off. That initial thing that attracted me to you is no longer there.
Yes.
Okay, probably it's there, but it's just halfway. Do you know it's a whole lot for me to now choose to love you without your legs? It is a whole lot. I have to choose. I have to
That's
tell
what work.
myself that I chose this person.
Mm-hmm.
I have to keep choosing you. I have to keep working towards it. I have to keep telling myself. That's where the discipline comes. That's where the determination comes. You know, that's the true test of love.
We're getting
Forgive
schooled
those
by
who
that.
says no. Forgive those.
That's right.
Look, I don't blame those who says I cannot
Do
put up
men
with
really
this.
share this ideology?
Yeah, when she said test, okay, that's where I want to take her from. Now, test has to do with you have about 10 questions, you are able to answer 7 of them, you pass. 5 of them is average. Yes, you are only able to answer 2 of them, you failed. Like, when girls are growing up, they have this time with themselves. I'm not a girl, please. If I'm wrong, just
Just say, don't worry.
Don't worry,
they have this time. They stay in the corner and watch a much older guy. This is how I want my guy to be. I like the way. Was it walk that way? Was it like that?
Maybe when we're younger.
When I was younger, I'm sorry,
when
but
we're younger.
I crushed
Yeah,
on
when really small. I mean, when
Yeah,
you're like,
I
I'm talking
crushed
about
on
6,
Jumie.
7, 8, 9.
Definitely, even our school teachers.
No, not just that. I watched lots of Nollywood movies growing up.
Okay, so Jamaica
I
just
really
now, just-
loved Jamaica. You know, even when Jamaica hits ladies and go back to back them, when he hits it, I'm like, no, now. Then go back to back them, like, okay, I like him like that. Let him kiss me.
This man make me.
You know?
You know?
Because that, I don't know, but then, yes, we had fantasies.
Okay, so this is what I'm getting to. And then they frame out the most important things they would desire in a guy enough for them to love him. Most of the times, I discover girls have that settled before they're sometimes 18. Because I've counseled some. Maybe you guys are different species. But the number of counsel, they have it framed out. They're looking for number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you got it, 6, 7. And then there's a point in their life when they are open to a serious relationship. At that point, and they find a guy with about 6 of this, bow,
That's exactly what I'm saying.
they make a commitment. They just hold on to the guy. And if any other guy comes at that point, the window opened and it closed. But the only reason why we go all the way to say, okay, I don't want again, I don't want any more of this again, is if they found out that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
It's no
7,
longer there.
half of it was a gimmick. I was fooled.
That can make a girl
Ah.
go crazy.
She doesn't even go crazy yet. She calms down, go back to the age where she did it, and discover and agree with herself that sister, it's not so like that again. Pretend a little bit to see if it change. If it doesn't, she's
Okay.
already gone in
Okay. All right.
before she goes on the outside.
Okay, now let's talk about growth in love, finding fulfillment. How do you think one can find fulfillment in a relationship? How do you think a partner can meet halfway? And I'm trying to direct this question to the aspect of a career woman
Okay.
being in a relationship with a man. You know, men have this egoistic mindset that okay, you have to be at home, you have to do the dishes, you have to do all that.
But
so how
it
can
depends,
you?
It depends on the woman.
It depends. Okay, explain that.
It depends on the woman. I'm a career woman, and I get married to somebody who says, no, you have to stay at home with the kids. Then it's my fault. I dated this man.
You
I
have
should
seen
know
the
who you
signs.
are.
It sounded like it.
You see, people, yeah, just tend to, every sign counts in a relationship. Because when you're married,
Okay.
it blows. People tend to control, because if I'm angry with you, if you do something, if I'm a nagging person, you would know from when we're in a relationship. I might just be like, I don't like it, I'm moving to my house. When we're married, I have no house to move to. That's the house.
You know,
So I just might not go through the night.
I usually get amazed when some girls be like, I didn't know he smokes. like you dated
I was
this
about to
person.
say
You have
this.
seen the
There are some
Do you think
guys, there are some
people are
guys
just
and some
gullible,
girls.
or do you think there's some guys that are just very good at concealing their?
Okay, let me ask you a
My
question.
mom said
Let me
something.
ask you a question. We've met just like, even you, like we met not too long ago. There are things I don't know about you yet because of the level of interactions that we've had. Things we have not gotten to talk about yet. Do you know there are lots of guys and girls who are not comfortable about revealing certain aspects of themselves until they have a clear commitment, like a marriage commitment with you before they can show?
We're talking about character.
Okay, should I tell you
traits.
something? Ladies are more secretive than men.
I agree with that.
You cannot be you can be in a relationship with a girl and you just will not know half the things that you're supposed to know. And in your head you know 100%, but you don't even know half. But you see men, it's quite, except you're gullible, except you don't even want, except you just overlook the signs. You would definitely leave traces.
Like me, I'm like, you will catch everything.
Men are,
In fact,
no
I'll
matter
just
how
tell you
careful
everything.
they are,
Mm.
they're still a bit careless.
Yes. That's
From
true.
the friends, to the phone calls, to the way they act, to who they roll with, you definitely would. They leave traces. Now, it takes a clever girl. If the guy is smart, it takes a smarter girl, of which there would definitely be a smarter girl. It's a relationship.
Of course.
You would know. I cannot date you and tell me you don't smoke. I will know. How do you want to do it? Something will smell. Your friend, there'll be a friend that smokes. I would, one day, I just would know. You go to the club or you don't even club, you would definitely know.
So there are no excuses to.
A man might
I didn't know he
change.
was doing that. I didn't know he did this.
Whoever says,
No, there are some,
whoever
there are
says,
some
I didn't know.
church girls. There are some church girls that they are not streetwise. You get it. There
Can
are
I tell you
some.
something now?
Is it like-
Lagos of
okay.
today or Nigeria of today, 95% of every woman you see,
Yeah,
church
church
girl,
girls.
whatever, are smart. They already have strength.
Yeah, we have.
Well, yeah, but
internet,
okay, maybe I shouldn't have said
social
church
media.
girls. There are just some girls who don't know certain things.
Talking about church girls, man, don't talk about that.
I'm a church girl. We're church girls.
We're
We go to
church girls.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't
But then I
have
can
used
tell
that
when
word.
a man smokes.
Yes, you can, but there are just some girls who don't have the experience.
Are
to
probably
know.
the naive ones. There's some girls who are naive. No
They-
matter
they were
how.
not,
I know some people
around
who would
brothers,
actually who would
friends.
argue with you. You probably would tell them, this guy smokes. They would argue and bring down heaven just to make you realize he doesn't. This kind of girls will get married and then he was like, I never knew he smoked. No! Look, one way you would know. A friend had told you. Somebody had told you, you chose to ignore it. You fought it. There's no how.
I think I
Whenever
agree
people
with
tell
that.
you, whenever people
They,
tell you,
sometimes girls could ignore certain
they ignore the
things.
signs.
So so you're thinking they are being ignorant. They are sorry. They are ignoring. They can see it, but just to ignore.
That's when the point. That's when they say love is blind. Love is not. See, it's not like love is blind. It's stupid. You just choose to be stupid. Love is very glaring. It's very open. You can see it. It's just that at that point, that you're allowing your feelings overshadow your judgment.
Yeah.
That's when you start to think with your heart. I say to people, if you're gonna be in love, please think 50% with your heart, 50% with your head. Do not
You know
think
Michael
100%
Bolton's
with your
song.
heart.
Sorry to interrupt you. Michael Bolton's song. That song did a lot of harm to me when I was a young guy.
What are the lyrics of the song?
Said when a man loves a woman.
Oh, that song.
You know, and then several of all those kind of songs taught me love in a perspective. So when I met the girl, you should know what love is. This is what I'm giving you, and I give it all.
Love goes beyond enjoyment.
Okay, talking about this is
And
what
when I
I'm
did.
giving you. And I said, how do you find fulfillment? What should a relationship, a typical relationship, be like to your understanding?
Okay, I'm going to go first.
Talking about making the partners happy,
Mhm.
fulfilling their dreams. What should the relationship be like?
I'm going to go first because I would like the way she's going to put it.
And
Now-
she don't even know how to put it.
I had a talk with her backstage. She's loaded. Okay, now
I used to
look
see your
at it.
shirt on set.
What?
I'm so sure he's not.
What the, now look at it this way.
There.
When just talking about girls when they were growing. Now you spend time with yourself. You know yourself. You love yourself. You understand what would fulfill you, what would complete you. And then when you have that knowledge of yourself, meet a girl. By the time you have that knowledge of yourself, you prepared yourself to be a gift to the next girl, to the girl that comes into your life. So you're making preparation to take care of your partner already. You're sorting yourself out. You know your weaknesses and your strengths. You know the evil in you, and you know the good. So you are arranging yourself. So that way you are ready for a relationship, in order not just for the person to bring to you, but for you to give to them. And it's easier for such a person who is ready to fulfill a partner. And what are the things you'll be looking for in the partner? You'll be looking for the person's weaknesses in a certain way, that you might be able to complete it. And then when you have that mindset already, you already accept that this person is going to come with certain weaknesses, and that person comes with strengths. In such a way, there's this kind of balance, and then the leverage, the bar is lifted for you, and you're already getting fulfilled, not in too much from the person, because you were preparing to give.
Yeah, respecting the person, understanding the person's temperament.
Exactly. And then, fulfillment from a partner is not so much of what the person is actually giving. It's much of what you are giving.
So what's your typical understanding of how a relationship should be before we wrap up the segment?
How a relationship
Yes.
should be.
Yes.
Well,
Should it be that there should be fight from start to finish? So I won't believe in that. Like, how can I've been boxing ourselves. Let's be fighting.
Somebody said online one day that if your guy doesn't beat you, he doesn't love you.
Hey!
I mean, she was so strong about it.
What I believe the person probably meant, and I don't know the person, I don't know where she was coming from, but I'd say that if a guy never gets angry, then there's a problem. Or if a girl never gets upset and angry, then there's a problem.
Yes.
I want to see you angry.
Problem.
Yeah, there's a problem.
Yes, because you are bottling up emotions.
The day you get angry, I just might die. You might kill me. Yes, everybody has. Look, you cannot tell. I don't like to hear he's so gentle. He doesn't get angry. Where's that coming from? Let me see you get angry. Flip. I want to see you do that. I've done something wrong. Let me see you flip. Do not go all cold and quiet on me. You're hiding a whole lot of things. The day you would blow up.
You're learning.
But it's the truth. You're doing something and a girl is like...
This girl kept on saying, I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. All of you out there talking back at me, saying that I'm encouraging the boys to beat us. Look, let me tell you, you are not in a relationship.
I'm not in support of
it shouldn't be too much.
I'm not beating at all. Do not touch me. Do not raise your hands on me. If you have to pour out your aggression, please go to the boxing ring.
This girl said beat.
No. But then,
that was where a lot of girls lashed out. A lot of ladies in
do not
line
pick me.
lashed out.
But then, please get angry. When I do something wrong, get angry. Do not pretend.
Yeah.
Because in the marriage, when you pretend and you get married to me, I'm in soup. I'm in trouble. The day you'd say, I can't have it anymore, you just might stab me.
All right. I'm still trying to drown all this
Well,
information. I'm sure you've also learned some new things from giving you cues on how to deal with a lady and how to know what a lady's mindset.
No, we're really,
so you have to
really,
pay us for that.
Thank
you so much. So we have to wrap up the segment and come back for our games.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Welcome back. Now it's time for our games.
I don't know when this went to.
Why are you feeling this one?
Ladies.
Oh, you guys are always scared of this game section. So, like I said, we have word from trivial and celebrity trivial.
Okay.
Now, the word from trivial, I'm going to give you scattered letters, then you form a word with the scattered letters, then you form more words from the word you formed, from the compound word. So that's the screen over there. That's the scattered letters. We have DNELB.
Okay.
So in 30 seconds, blend.
Oh God. Blend.
Yeah, blend. Okay, now let's go. TikTok. Form more words from blend.
Bend, lend, bend.
Ha! You'll be using your eye to trace that thing, Abby. Okay, we have bend, B-E-N-D.
Yeah,
We
Ben.
have bend, we have land,
have
we have
lead.
bend, we have den.
Yes,
We have
then
net.
You have Ned.
We have lead.
LED,
Lead.
LED.
Yeah. LED, B-E-N, L-E-N-D. We have
You don't sing anything.
I mean, we
Okay,
were
ladies
together.
Okay, I think we've actually gotten like 5 words.
oh
Yes.
yes, we have.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Clap for yourselves. So, celebrity trivia. So, who's Papa Ifeanyi? Oh, that's Davido. Hey! You have to excuse me. Yes, yes. I want to
We're on the same
He's
team.
wondering. He's wondering. So, but did you know that before? Like,
It didn't fit me. I thought you were
didn't-
going to do more of like the guys in the acting scene, you know,
But
acting.
that's a guy in the music scene, and you're in the
Music.
music.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was expecting maybe something from an actor because you know you flipped that the backstage and all that. So,
Yeah.
got
All right. I mean, we owe you a gift because you've been so amazing. Both of you have been so amazing. And
you.
thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming on the show.
Thank
Thank you
you
for
for
making the show
having me.
interesting. Thank you for making it educative and splendid. Thank you so much. So, to be come your way again on our next episode, I remain Jumoke Aduti I know. Thank you for watching.